I'm sure many of you have heard about the Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson fight, or at least seen the memes from it. Because as soon as Nate Robinson went down, the internet was quick when coming up with these. Anyways, I didn't really care about the fight, but more about the reaction from people. Because one news network by the name of Vice had something very interesting to say. Jamel Hill, one of the interviewers, was asking questions to Jake Paul, and this is what she said.
And this is our question of the week. We saw what happened to Nate Robinson, so I'm going to ask Jake Paul right here in front of America. Jake, considering where we are right now in our racial conversation in America, was what you did to Nate Robinson racist?
I don't even know where to begin with this question other than how you came up with it. So let's hear what Jake Paul has to say about this.
Nah, stop playing with me. Come on.
Listen, Jake, it's a sensitive time right now.
I guess everything is considered a racist in today's age. Even for something that has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter or the police, people manage to make a problem within it through racism.
We just had to witness a white man just knock a black man smooth out in front of all of America. So that's why I asked that. But just tell us about that moment real quick, because it looked like Nate was asleep before he ever even hit the canvas.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we train for. You know, at the end of the day, boxing's a sport. And, you know, you train to win. Nate is the one who called me out originally.
Yes, because that's what boxing is and it has always been. Vice just created a stupid question because Jake Paul was going up against a black guy. And speaking of Jake Paul, he's probably the smartest one here so far, which is a bit weird to say.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
First and foremost, was it racist to knock a black man out? That is the question of the week.
No, stop asking me that. I said no.
It's not racist.
It's a shitty question. It's a sport.
Why is it a shitty question? Why is it a shitty question?
Because it is one.
Because how does this have anything to do with race? It doesn't.
It's a fine question. We got to wake you up. You got to be a part of this conversation.
No one wants to be in a conversation that has a stupid question. This is basically the burden of proof at this point because they want Jake Paul to say or answer the question rather than themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if they use shotgun argumentation after this.
It might make the edit better. Like, I think all interviews are too boring nowadays. It's better when shit happens and gets fucked up.
This is actually a pretty good point because Vice News had no reason to bring up the racist question in the first place. The rest of this interview was just talking about who Jake Paul was going to fight next and how his life has been so far. A lot of people might know that information, but others, they don't really care. Like Jake Paul said himself, it's boring, no one wants to hear that stuff. So now I can confirm that boxing is indeed racist if you win against a black guy. Or at least that's what Vice wants you to think. Anyways, have a good day.